Congressman Anthony Brown joins us live tonight from Capitol Hill. Congressman, congratulations on your win. And what committee assignments do you expect to get when Democrats take over as the new majority?
Bruce, first of all, thanks for having me on, and it's really exciting to be about to join the 116th Congress. We've got a very diverse group of new members coming in, and I hope to remain on the Armed Services Committee and probably move from the Natural Resources Committee to the Transportation Committee. A lot of important transportation projects in the National Capital Region. I want to make sure that we are well represented in that area.
Yeah, good deal. Can I take it you're going to support Nancy Pelosi and Steny Hoyer as the top two Democrats in the majority?
Absolutely. I'm a big supporter of Nancy Pelosi. I have been for a while. Steny Hoyer and I go way back in Maryland. He's going to make and we've already elected him majority leader. And also, I should add my good friend Jim Clyburn from South Carolina, who will be the majority whip. I call them the triumvirate. They successfully led the House of Representatives when Democrats were last in the majority. They are our battle-tested field generals who are going to get the job in the 116th Congress.
Yeah, let's get to some national issues here. You saw Michael Cohen today entering that guilty plea in New York. Your take on that he's admitting that he was trying to work on a deal, Trump Tower, Moscow, for the president well after Donald Trump had the nomination. What do you make of all this?
Look, and pleading guilty to the offense of lying to Congress, essentially, which reinforces my call, the Democrats' call, quite frankly, a partisan call to ensure that we protect the Mueller investigation. You have people who have been in the Trump administration, the Trump campaign, within the Trump orbit, that have either pled guilty or have been convicted of crimes. So we need to make sure that Mueller's investigation is protected. The American people deserve to know the truth behind all of this. And that's what we're going to make sure that we do, hopefully before the 116th Congress, and get that done in this next 3 weeks. But if it doesn't happen, it certainly needs to happen come January.
Yeah, there was a time when a lot of Democrats were talking about moving to try and impeach the president. You're not buying into that, right? You're not calling for that kind of hearing investigation, are you?
You know, right now, I think that's premature, and that's why, again, we want to see what comes out of the Mueller investigation. You know, we've asked Mueller to look and see if there's collusion with anyone from the Trump campaign, the Trump administration, in terms of the elections. We're now seeing convictions and guilty pleas that extend slightly beyond that, but it's all coming closer to the president. Who knows what we're ultimately going to find, but whatever we do, then Congress needs to make sure that we are holding the president accountable. No one is above the law. If that were to result in what people are calling for, some of my constituents call for it, others don't. They say, hey, let's see what happens. Let's see what comes out of the Mueller investigation before we take the next step.
Yeah, let me ask you this question. You're a 30-year Army man. Right now you're a colonel in the Army Reserve. President Trump is your commander-in-chief. If he orders you down to the border, do you go? And what do you think of what's happening down there and how he's using the military?
Look, I've always said that the mission at the border is dubious at best. I oppose sending the National Guard in the spring. I had an amendment in the Defense Authorization Act saying that the administration needs to give Congress sort of like its strategy, what's the cost, what's the benefit, and when he's talking about and has now sent active duty, I think that's a bridge too far. We do not need to militarize the southwest border against a caravan of migrants who are tired, they're hungry, they're fleeing danger in many cases. So very disappointed, and I'm going to do everything I can as a member of the Armed Services Committee to stop that type of deployment.
Congressman Anthony Brown of Maryland. By the way, I like the mustache, the goatee. You're wearing that well. Looking real good. It reminds me of somebody else I know.
Yeah, you look good too these days. You look really good, and just trying to look our age, right?
Thanks a lot. Appreciate your time, man.